Hi Gemini, welcome back for your mid-February reading. Those of you who are new, a warm welcome. And the returning crew, welcome back guys. Okay, as for the banner next to me, yes, it is for the new channel I've launched. So if you are new and you're a twin flame, feel free to join us over there. And we have monthly and mid-monthly videos by Zodiac sign. And then additionally, I do go live to give you the updates psychically of what I'm seeing, especially with the transits with astrology. Now, as for Yildiz readings, we have general and love at the beginning of the month, and then the same again mid-month, and then live sessions during the month as to the astrology and any additional psychic insight I have. And both channels I do give free readings away, so if you do join, you can be part of that. You can be able to win a free 1 hour Skype reading. Now, the booking system for both is exactly the same website, and the link for that is directly below. Okay, your frequencies change come mid-month. Now, there may be a bit of conflict around your partnership at the moment, even in the mindset if you're meditating upon this person that you're interested in. I feel that there needs to be an aspect of forgiveness, but it's in delay. For those of you who are communicating with each other, I feel there could be some cross wires and ways in which you're perceiving the past or a current situation. But you've really got some heart chakra work that you're going through at the moment. It can be external to the connection, in a sense that something at an external level can be impacting you where you're not as upbeat as you'd like to be, especially within your romance house. Now, whatever has gone on around you or within this connection is an aspect of misfortune. It might have been a tower moment. Again, I'm feeling for some reason miscommunication. Lost in translation. It has caused a bit of sorrow, perhaps on your side or their side. And both of you might not be speaking to each other correctly or in a correct format for those of you who are in direct contact at the moment. The rest of you, you're reflecting back and you're thinking, when is this going to change? When's it transforming? I do feel, to a degree, you feel stuck. And that's affecting the way you're perceiving this situation. I do feel you both have a lot in common. You're very interconnected. Some of you are reflecting back, and for those of you who've just met this person, they've really caught your eye, but they bug you at times, the way they come across. It's a bit nonchalant. You know, you both come from different ways of viewing things. And it may be a lesson that's being learned, in a sense, through each other or through something that's happening with the both of you at the moment. Both of you are having to wear many hats. That's within your own life. You're seeing it from one side, they're seeing it from a different. And not one is wrong. It's more you feel you see the brighter side of things and they see the more darker side, or vice versa. There is going to be some communication in relation to the way you both perceive things. Now, this can be a download that you physically have, the aha epiphany moment we have in life. But I am seeing a great deal of reflection happening here. I do feel you put the pause button on it, on how to proceed forward, on how to mature this situation, and how to see the truth of the matter. I feel you're trying to do a 360. You're trying to get yourself grounded, but you don't want to look at an aspect of this. So you're changing the frequency. You're focusing more back on yourself again. And you're like, this is just too much. Let's just have a little bit of time out. And this is even of the meditation state of this person or within the connection, really doing some inner healing to get yourself grounded. You could be reflecting on how you're coming to the world, how you're looking. You might want to be changing your appearance, thinking that maybe that's going to revitalise your movement forward and the way you feel about yourself. What you will find is you may be surprised by how that directly affects your frequency. I do feel there's lots of short trips, but it's like some of you, I'm seeing there's an event. And you're having to get ready for it. It may be a wedding or something to that degree that you're attending. But there's a journey that you're having that might be a surprise, and you're needing to then, you know, get ready and go to this event. For those of you who this is relevant, it may trigger you if you're waiting for love to be complete. You won't feel as cheerful, but it can be a trigger point, especially if you are in a partnership and you're not seeing eye to eye. You feel a little bit judged. It might be, oh, okay, hold up, another energy coming through. Some of you that have started seeing this person, there are family members that, or a friendship tribe that don't agree with this person, who they are, what they stand for, what their walk of life is. And it might cause conflict, so it's like you're living two separate lives. You feel in the past it impacted you. You know, you were trying to look at it from a mature point of view. And maybe you saw where there needed to be changes in it at a romantic sense, you know, taking it to that next level. But you might have had a lot more compassion for it, past tense, where there was way too much room, and now that's changed. There could be some conflict with the people around that have an opinion about what you should be doing in your life. Even if they're not verbalizing it, you may be experiencing their physical vibration. You might not want to be talking to particular people about how you feel and what your movements are going to be in the future. I do feel there's a lot of pressure on you. Some of you are worried that somebody is going to take something from you, but I feel in the past that was a frequency you held, not current tense. And it might have been a very spiritual soul connection that was taken from you. And for those of you who this is relevant, it's like you're waiting for it to come through. You're waiting for the reunion to come through. This person's very much thinking about you. If they are in a connection, I do feel it has ended. Or they don't feel interconnected. They don't want you to wait. They're feeling that they've done all they can in the old connection. For those of you who don't have a person in another connection, there's another energy coming through where it was more about work than an actual person. It wasn't even about you as per se. They were their own worst enemy, I'm being shown. Okay, what's yours? You're trying to maintain your consistency in your life. At times you feel they'll never return. You know, at times you feel it's over. You do want a more consistent connection. If they can come that way, you feel fine. But you really do want the happiness, and you don't, you know, you're not too fussed about the richness in life. You feel you can attain that yourself. Again, some of you do wish to travel, but it might be work related or financial related you're unable to, especially if they live at a further distance location. What else? You're very loyal to your heart though. When you've made your mind up, you made your mind up. And I do feel in your mind, you're going to gain this clarity. I do feel something in relation to Saturn is going to be quite important to you, or the Sagittarius energy. But there's definitely a journey coming. Again, I was saying that earlier, that I felt some of you are actually needing to go overseas or further away to travel to this person. This person also may have lost somebody, or it could be on your side. I do feel you're really wanting to change things up though. I can see that you're wanting to change your image, your perception, or your wardrobe. And you're feeling somehow that's going to change how you perceive yourself. but you do need some heart chakra work at the moment, and it might be working on the communication, or not necessarily that the past or the issue was correct, but rather seeing it from their perspective, begging to differ. But there is conflict here that needs resolving. There is a lot of a spiritual connection here. Couples or singles, regardless, it's very, this person that you're tuning into is very connected to you. But both of you are judging each other, not yourselves. You're judging yourselves more than you're judging each other. It may come across that there's judgment there, but the forgiveness needs to come from self. Both of you are healing an aspect of image or perspective and perception. Once the heart chakra is healed from the opinions of the external and you rectify it internally, I feel the balance is going to return. And then I feel you'll be able to see the situation in a more calm and neutral light. Love and light. I'll see you during the month.